So the sad part is that the season is actually coming to a close, completely to a close. Um, but I have a lot to say about it. So let's get into this season finale of Pose, season 1. And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I'm going up on my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag in all its forms. What, Cookie? Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for season 1, episode 8 of Pose. This is the season finale. And I was actually speaking about the finale, the fact that this is over, and taking nothing away, because it was great. It was great. I've been raving and ranting about this whole series since episode 1. But you can tell that this last piece was actually written just as if they knew they weren't coming back. Like it was like a mini-series, the ending of a mini-series. And they tied a nice little pink bow on the storylines and pretty much kind of closed everything up. It just has such a conclusion feel to it, which I'm kind of glad they did it that way, because there's going to be a challenge. There's going to be a challenge to see these writers, this team of writers, open Pandora's box back up. Because they literally tied a nice little neat bow on a lot of these storylines, and they didn't cliffhang or any of that stuff. So we're going to get to actually see what they're actually made of. And I don't have no doubt in my mind that they're going to kill it. They're going to kill it, because Ryan Murphy's just bad like that. So I'm really excited to see how they reopen Pandora's box, because you're going to see as we go through this review and I tell what actually happened and that kind of thing. If you didn't even see the program, you're going to see what I'm talking about with how it kind of just concluded. I'm excited. I am. Anyway, let's get to it. So, first things first, Elektra. Elektra has screwed her life completely up. She has lost everything. We see a montage of her. She's working at the peep show. She's sleeping on a blanket, not a blanket, but sleeping on a damn park bench. Now, I'll give her this. That bitch is extra. She's been extra from the time we actually first started seeing her. Extra to the point where she's got on our nerves really bad. But the funny part was, you don't actually get to see a person until they literally hit rock bottom. Then you actually get to see, who is this bitch? You get to see who they are as an actual person. And she is literally hit rock bottom. She is back to what she was doing before she ever had a Rich John. She's literally back to turning tricks in the park and carrying on. So she's really at her lowest point. And it was interesting to see. We see her falling asleep in diners. And then I'll give you this. The bitch was so grand. She's the old grand bitch. This bitch was so grand. She's out there homeless, sleeping on the park bench in some goddamn pumps. I said, bitch, you don't have pumps on, kicked up on the park bench, bitch. Now, where have you seen that? A goddamn homeless woman in a pair of pumps, pooching and carrying on and pumping on down with pumps kicked up on the bench. And then she literally had these shopping bags. She had pretty shopping bags, honey. She ain't no raggedy, dirty shit. Shopping bags in her hair and a turban, laying up cocked. I said, bitch, you are ridiculous. You're ridiculous even in your homelessness, you bitch. I said, look at her. But anyway, we see Blanca comes down to the peep show and sees her, gets her, takes her out, and they have this whole conversation in the diner store. Her, I don't trust you. I don't trust you, and I hate myself for being needy because being needy is a sign of weakness. Needing someone, it literally gives them a sense of power over you. And I'm like, you know what? I, as grand and ridiculous as she is, I understand a lot of what she's saying because me personally, I pride myself in being a very self-sufficient gay black male. I'm not I'm not the person to run around like begging and I say it all the time, child begging and dry begging and bootlegging, baby. That's not me. That's not me. That is not me. Now, in all my years, I've learned, you have to, you can't live in the planet by yourself. It just doesn't work. And my grandma used to say all the time, everybody needs somebody sometimes, and so do I. She used to say that all the time. She get all fucked up, get drunk, honey, and she would say that shit. Everybody needs somebody sometimes, and so do I. And I'm like, all right, and that's the truth. That's the truth. Everybody gets to a point. Sometimes you need help, but I'm not the person to get on here begging and crying and carrying on with a loaf of bread under my arm and try to make people think, crying to poor mouth. I can't stand a bitch to cry to poor mouth. That just irritates me. It really does. Irritates the hell out of me. Bitch, either do without or figure something out. So I can't do the dry bag and bootlegging thing, but I have learned, you have to, you can accept. There's no there's no issue in accepting help. You just have to watch who you accept it from. You totally don't want to be in a position where you accept help from a person where you're never going to live it down. Or a bitch that wants to help you just so they can tell everybody what they did for you and that kind of thing. So you have to be very careful with that kind of thing. But that's why I said I understood a lot of what Elektra was saying and where she was coming from because I'm very much that way. Just not, I don't need a set of 6 chicken nuggets from you and you act like you gave me, the industrial size bag of chicken nuggets and then I gotta try to live it down for the rest of my life. I ain't got time for that. I'd rather go without the nuggets at all. That's just who I am. But so I understood a lot of where Elektra was coming from. But that's not what was actually happening at all. This was a whole situation of role reversal. You're put here on earth, you're given to parents. And if you're lucky enough and things go the way that they're supposed to go in the grand progression of things, the roles will reverse. The parents take care of the child. And then at the end of it, the child takes care of the parent. And this is what you've actually seen. It ain't no different in gay life, honey, than it is in hetero life. Blanca and Elektra's roles have reversed. She is now taking care of her parent. She took Elektra's ass home with her, or you will die on these streets. You're not equipped for this shit anymore, bitch. That's the time. That's yesteryear, bitch. You're not that bitch no more. You will die out here trying to be all proud and shit. She took her right on home, child. She kicked Ricky, and they was just getting ready to get down to. I said, "Girl, look at Ricky, get ready to slide it on them, him, honey." She kicked them out of their room and gave Elektra their room, and she went in there being grand. I want the boys to take and paint this place so dreary and drab, honey. They were giving, bitch, you were down there selling cock on the pier, honey, and girl, bye. They pay her ass no mind. She's like, okay, okay. Then she took her and taught her how to put in a job application. Just humbled her, completely humbled her, and brought her up to speed. She went down to this little Asian restaurant. So she went in the restaurant. Another thing my grandmother used to say: "I don't give a goddamn what the situation is. You walk in like you own the motherfucker," and she did. She did. They went in. And she said, "You go up there, put this lipstick on. You go over there, and you ask the woman for a job application. They're hiring for a hostess." She's like, "Well, I ain't washing no dishes, sick or no, you're a hostess." Maybe she rolled up on this little Asian woman, honey, and gave her just like she owned the place, honey. I hear that you're hiring for a hostess. I'm going to be needing an application, and you run on back there and give me one, honey. I was like, girl, she's still being all great. That little Asian woman looked at her and went and got her application, baby, and she got to work in there. And it was so funny because when we got to start seeing little scenes of her working her job, that goddamn Elektra was so goddamn clean. She's cleaner than the goddamn people who were actually coming there to eat. Because at one point she was able to say that she was letting the people have it. Let them have it. I said, well, no, girl, you're going to have to work on your customer service, Eddie, because you can't be talking to the people like this and stuff, Eddie, and you, the bitch that's seating the folks, Eddie, and you let them have it, Eddie. I said, girl, I got to love her. But anyway, so we got that going on. Now, let's talk about Blanca and Pray Tell. Pray Tell is just going through a bunch of gray days. His days are just running together, and he's just kind of going through the motions since Constance died. We see this other little scene where Blanca rolls up on this guy. He's real sharp. But we notice him staring at Pray Tell at the bar. He's the bartender. And she ends up getting his number for Pray Tell. And she gives it to Pray Tell. She tells him, you need to call him. He's like, oh, no, baby. After I got diagnosed, I'm done with all that. I'm not even going to bother, this, that, and the other. And I'm not going to put myself out there and have people, and hurt my feelings when they run away because I'm sick and this, that, thing, and the other. She's like, you need to, you can't go out like that. Remember, bitch, we said we were going to live, bitch. Now, put your money where your mouth is, bitch, and let's live. So, I said, okay, here we go. Child, so we end up seeing Pray Tell and the little guy. He called him and they ends up going on this date. Well, when they end up going to Elektra's restaurant. And then you seen a real classy clash of the Titans take place. Elektra's standing there, the bartender, and Pray Tell walk in, and Pray Tell says, oh, it seems as though you've moved up in life, Miss Thing. And she says, and haven't we both? And I looked, and it was like I said, it was a classy ass clash of the Titans. It was given. Yeah, bitch, we're both outside of our comfort zone. We both have just run into each other, and we're looking at each other in a space where you're the last bitch that I would want to see me in this awkward position. But, bitch, we're here, and I got enough respect for you, bitch, to say, yeah, okay, bitch, you're trying to do something with yourself, and I'm trying to do something with myself, so, bitch, ain't no need to let each other have it, bitch. Real talk is given work, bitch. Clash of the Titans. I said, check out the ballroom hierarchy, honey. I said, okay. And it was cool, and I liked that. I liked that even the bitches with the roughest mouths and the harshest personalities, everybody respects somebody for one reason or another. Because when you really get down to it, Elektra and Pray Tell are the two most powerful bitches on the ballroom floor at this point. They're the two most respected. They are basically like the oldest, and they are the two baddest bitches on the ballroom. It just is what it is. They are the hierarchy. So I was living for that. I enjoyed that moment. I was like, I'm living for this little clash of the Titans, tiny little classy clash. I liked it. After that, we seen Helena and Blanca talk. Damon has actually been granted a second year scholarship. And she took some time to compliment Blanca on her parenting, which was good, and she needed to hear that. She then told her, she says, well, let me be the one to tell Damon. Let me surprise him and tell him. She's like, okay, no problem. In the meantime, in between time, Damon and Ricky have actually gone to audition for an I'll Be Sure video. Ricky actually, Ricky was being sent by Damon, and he said, the only way I'll go is if you go with me, because he's all nervous. And they went together. Both ended up getting the job because they ended up having this little dinner, and it was so funny. They had this dinner, and that damn Elektra sitting there. She says, does no one in this house get dressed for dinner? I bet you're sitting there in this badass cream pantsuit, pumps, and a silk blouse. And they're all looking at her like, oh, she's so goddamn extra. And she sits down, they're like, whatever. Sit down. And so Blanca never got to give her surprise. Ricky and Damon give their surprise about what it's going to be, how they got picked up for I'll Be Sure's video, and they will be touring the tri-state area and all of this kind of carrying on. Now, there's a decision that would have to be made, because doing that, Damon would have to come out of school. Him and Blanca ended up having a little conversation later on after that. She said, I'm going to support you in whatever it is you do, but I think the better choice is for you to stay in school and get all of your education, get your talents all the way up to where they should be before you try to enter the workforce. Because if this job doesn't run into another job, then it's basically useless, and you're going to miss out on the time where you're honing your craft, running after this dream half-cocked, and don't have everything in your arsenal that you should. But whatever you decide to do, I'm going to support you. I said, okay, cool. And later on, we actually did end up seeing that he took her advice, and he stayed, and he let Ricky go ahead and keep the job. That's the pick bow on their little situation. Now, that's one situation that I cannot wait to see unravel in season 2, because one of the things that he said, well, me and Ricky, our relationship is solid enough that, him being away for a little bit. I said, oh, baby, that's where they're going to unwrap and unravel, because that hot dick Ricky, honey, that ain't, I'd be very surprised if they don't delve into that long distance gay relationship that ain't going to work. But anyway, yeah, that's going to, yeah. I promise you we're going to touch on that. I can't wait. But anyway, funny thing that happened during that dinner, we got to see this little human side of Elektra. Elektra said, she's like, girl, what? I'll be sure. Well, all right, honey. She gonna say, I'll be sure. I said, no, who would have thought that Elektra would like I'll be sure? Now, I understand. Because I remember, baby, when I'll Be Sure first came on the scene, honey, and we was giving all the, I can tell you how I feel. So, who is this? Well, all this whining and crying, 90, so, who is that? And that's what she was giving. And she was so excited. She said, oh, yeah, man, my man used to get down to some I'll Be Sure. And she said, girl, I got his tape right in my purse, girl. I can put it on for you. It was so funny to see her let her guard down. And the kids were looking at her like, this old bitch. All right, hot ass. I said, a child, when they the mention of I'll Be Sure's name, honey, and she got just as hot in her little cuckoo, honey. I said, look at her. I got like, I was screaming, laughing at her. I got his tape in my purse. The tape, bitch. The tape. The cassette, bitch, with all writing and everything on there. I fell out laughing. I was like, okay, old hot ass Elektra. Chow. That was a mess. That was funny. But so let's talk about Blanca and Angel. They finally have a little one-on-one. I've been waiting on this. She says, look, come on in here, bitch, and tell me about your broken heart, honey, for the little white boy that you having all this problem with. She's like going on, said he put some type of chip in me or something, and I just can't, can't shake him. She said, oh, is that what they're calling it now? Putting a chip in you, honey? I said, oh, no, she didn't. Ciao. But anyway, so they went through all that. She was like, girl, listen, let me tell you something. There's no little white boy coming to save you. You're going to save your goddamn self. You got to get over whatever it is with this, honey. It is what it is. You've been hit with reality, bitch. There is no knight on a shining armor. There's no white boy coming to save you. It is what it is. You take your ass to night school. I've been thinking about it, bitch. We got some paper. We're going to do it. Girl, you're going to get yourself in a night school. And then she told her, which I was surprised, but she said, because you do realize you're next in line. You are next in line. Because I'm going to tell you something. And you got to promise not to tell any of the other kids. But, bitch, I tested positive. And like I said, you are next in line. You're going to be the mother to all of them. And I need you to have your shit together so that you can continue to get them on the path that they're supposed to be on. Bitch, you're next in line. Damn all this shit with this white boy coming to save. White boy not coming to save you, boo-boo. That's the reality of things. I said, okay. And Angel pretty much took it pretty well. She told her, I got you back. It's cool. She said, it's going to come sooner than what you want and sooner than you think, I said, ugh. I said, girl, you trying to take me out. But whatever, I'm not going to do it with y'all. So that was that. Speaking of Stan's wife, Patty, is a crazy bitch. She literally got herself. Now I'm just done with Miss Patty. I said, now Miss Patty Pumpernickel, bitch, I can't with you, bitch. You doing too much. He goes to her. He wants to come back in because they look over and he comes. He says, well, what is that, child? The little girl done wrote. She done took a wrote all over the wall. So she's acting out. I said, child, here we go with this bullshit. You being out of the house. Yeah, I think definitely that you need to come back and you might as well come on back in the house because you're not going to get rid of him more. So that's fine. But it ain't about that little girl writing on that wall. That little whore needed her ass whooped. He need to come back in the house and take his belt off and go on up there and whip Polly Purebred's ass about writing on walls. Honey, ain't nobody got time for that. I wish one of them trays I got would write on that wall. I would have whipped Dawn Trey's ass or Trayvon's ass. Writing on my white walls, girl, I tore their fucking ass up, honey. Up. I don't want to hear nothing about you going through no hard time because your daddy ain't here. Your hard time ain't got hard yet, baby, until them holes in that belt get to cutting that wind. Girl, ain't nobody playing with you. Writing on walls? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I said, child, But anyway, so I done went off on a tangent, child. Whip their ass, honey. Dumb shit like that don't require a counsel. It requires an ass whooping. It works. You should try it. Anyway, sitting there, and she tells Stan she wants him to quit his job working at Trump Tower and wants him to get a regular little job around the neighborhood. Come on back in the house, tell everybody what went on within reason of, what their situation, that they're really not together and all of this. And she's going to go back to school and get her master's, finish up, get her master's. And then she basically wants to switch places with him for the most part, as far as professionally. You want to be at the top of your game and you want him to play himself down. Why, Patty, bitch? Because you're trying to punish him for what he did? Girl, you have lost your mind. And I said, Stan, what you ready to do? And I'm just waiting. Honey, next time we see Stan done eased his way on down. He eased on down the road, honey, to the damn ball and caught Angel outside and was telling her, I'm leaving my wife. You know, we can go ahead and go. I said, oh. Okay, so there's two issues here. Yeah, you do need to leave Patty Purebred. You need to leave her because that bitch done lost her mind. But two, and that was just so self-centered. Her and that damn boss, she might as well have slept with him because they both manipulative as hell and they got that whole little thing in common. So they would probably be perfect for each other. But anyway, Angel, I was so glad she came out and wasn't. She's like, she said, I have a family, Stan, and you need to go back to your family. Because, see, everything was fine when we were in the dark. But then you got to see the whole picture, and then I wasn't good enough. I don't know what did happen, but all of a sudden, here we come again. And then you left me. See, when he left Angel with that fucking garbage bag and that shit on the floor and just left her high and dry, that clicked the light on. There is no fairy tale, just like when Blanca was saying. Mm-mm. Yeah, mm-mm. And now shit they ain't work out with what you trying to do. And here you come back. I'm by staying, bitch. See you. You blew. You blew. Go on back to your crazy ass wife or go make a life. Do something with yourself. But it ain't going to be over here with me. I have a family and I need to take care of them because they take care of me. And you were cute. But, I ain't got time. We're going to see you around, pal. I was like, all right, good. I was happy with that. I really, really was. I was happy with that. Velocity, House of Velocity, and House of Evangelist. So they had this ball, okay? And this was the actual best ball scene that they've had since this actually has been on. So this was perfect. I was like, oh my God, here we go. So those of you, I'm going to say, after seeing this footage that they shot for this ball, all of you who have never been to a ball, you have now. They did such a great job on this last ball. This last ball was everything. Everything. It evoked all of the emotions that you have when you are actually on the ballroom floor and you're watching as things go on and you're walking. It was done so damn well and so close to reality. If you've never been to a ball, you've actually been to one now. Fabulous. But anyway, House of Velocity and House of Evangelista get into it. They're sitting there, and there's like a bunch of different categories, and they come in there and they were just nasty. That damn Lulu and that Miss Candy, honey, come in there and Miss Candy was really trying it. She gave Blanca, girl, your makeup is horrible. Girl, in these cheap fashions and things. Y'all might as well go on home and save yourself the embarrassment trying to come up against us. We're going to slay you, Miss Thing. And you just look horrible, girl. You look horrible. Your kids are dusty. And y'all just need to just go on home. I mean, she was just as rude. And Lulu's up there being just as nasty. And then the those two whores were being mean to Poppy. Now, y'all know I was like, girl, I'll meet you outside after the ball. I'm going to fuck y'all up, Miss Lulu, honey, about Poppy, honey. Y'all know I likes Poppy, honey. I likes that Poppy. But anyway, they were being all mean to Poppy. And Blanca ended up walking off. And she was crying. And right after that, we end up seeing Elektra, honey. And Miss Elektra was coming to the ball. Fashionably late, of course. And Miss Elektra rolled through, bitch, giving you Parisian haute couture, honey. I said, girl, come through, Miss Elektra. That bitch had this jacket. Everything was gold, bitch. Gold. Beads and baubles and lame. And it was given pepper la beige. Pepper la beige. I said, oh, bitch. Take the reference. Go back to Paris is Burning. The opening scene, honey. Gold lame. Full shoulders, honey, Miss Pepper La Beija. Pepper La Beija. Broke it up. I said, come on through here, Miss Elektra. Had on the skirt. Baby, this skirt was screaming Milan Trésor all day long, honey. It was fitted to perfection. Mermaid tail at the bottom, honey, with the train. I said, bitch, walk. Walk, bitch. And that bitch was pumping down the... I was so done. I was like, girl, come through. Come on through there. She came on through there. She got to talking to Blanca, she said, girl, what? You ain't got no time for this shit. What you talking about? What's going on? She said, let me tell you something. Today, you showed me what I lacked as a mother and showed me what being a mother is all about. She said, I got my first paycheck today. My real paycheck. Not no money nobody handed me under a table in a dirty little under some little dirty little table in this little dark little restaurant or nothing. A real paycheck, girl. Showed me the error in my ways. She said, you know, girl, she said, and just remember this. Girl, you've always been my heart, honey. I said, oh, Miss Elektra, girl, you trying to take me out. Then she went and she did her makeup. And for the first time, honey, Miss Blanca was painted for the motherfuckers in the cheap seats upstairs in the balcony. You understand me? I said, oh, shit, honey. And she said, and I'm going to return the favor of your kindness. She said, I'm going to walk under Evangelista. And we're going to get these categories. We're going to sweep this, and we're going to let these bitches have it. I said, oh, she said, but before I go, I have some bitches I have to let have, honey. I said, okay. She went out there, baby, and she tore the stockings off of the House of Veracity. I said, girl, she came out there, she told Miss Aphrodite, she said, Miss Aphrodite, girl, you know I'm live for you, Miss Thing. I ain't got no beef with you. So I want you to stand on back out of there and you get out of this, Miss Thing. You can walk with them if you want to. If you want to go down with the ship, Miss Thing, you can stay and walk with them. But I got some things to say to these whores. Baby, she got to Ree and Lulu and Miss Candy. I said, oh, she read them down. Way worse than the way that they was trying to read Blanca. When I say got them together, she got them so thoroughly together. And then the other members of the house, she said, y'all have picked up all these little girls, these cute little strays, honey. But girl, y'all are going to be slayed. Trust me. We're going to slay you all down, honey. Just wait. Oh, girl, how's abundance going to do anything, honey? When you all, it's only you. You're only one bitch. She said, you're right, honey, but Evangelista is a full house, honey, and you're going to be slayed. I said, oh, all right, honey. So you got that, Miss Candy. You Miss Candy always got to be the mouth of the South, honey. So, child, the next thing you know, she went around, honey, and ended up, she took all the boys out of their house. Told them, you all, what y'all want to do, honey? Y'all want to get slayed or y'all want to come to a house with heat and love? What you want to do, honey? So all the boys, everybody who used to be abundance, all the boys, the Vogers, baby, they was like, girl, they said, it's been real, honey. Have a good night. And they pumped. I said, oh, no, they didn't. They left. They all went and became Evangelista. I said, oh, including Poppy. She said, Poppy, little Poppy. Now, if you got a little bit of groveling in you, honey, maybe your mother will take you back, or you want to stay over here with these trolls, honey. I said, oh, he said, I don't even know what groveling is. I don't know what that is, but I'll do anything to get back with my mother, honey. She said, well, come on, honey. Took all the boys, honey. They went over there and they hugged Blanca. They was back to back, get ready. They hugged Blanca. And baby, they broke through the crowd and she seen that Poppy. I said, they get ready to take me out, honey. And Poppy told her, she said, you want to come on home, honey? And she went to hugging Poppy, and Poppy had her to crack a little tear. I said, oh, shit. Took me out, honey. I had to hit the pause button. I said, God damn that Poppy. But yeah, she done took Poppy on home. I said, child, y'all need to go ahead and make Poppy the father of the house, honey. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. Don't judge me, honey. Anyway. But, so Poppy's back home. Everybody hung. So then Blanca goes out. She rolls up on Pray Tell, tells Pray Tell, I want to do a battle. House against house. The house of Evangelista against the house of Veracity. Baby, they breaks out. house against house. So they're gonna run through all the categories and all the members. I said, oh, here we go, honey. Baby. They get started with their voters, honey. And when I looked up, I said, oh shit, this House of Veracity, they had that goddamn Laomi, honey. And Miss Laomi came through there slaying. I said, oh, that bitch was duck walking and giving them. I said, Miss Laomi, bitch, tearing it up. But it just wasn't enough, honey, because the other little boys, they got out there, baby. They was no, Miss Laomi, not tonight, honey. And they tore them out. Every category, they was rolling it down, baby. And all them Abundance and Evangelista children were slaying them. I said, oh, y'all better get down. That Miss Angel, bitch, please. Miss Angel had a motherfucking stoned and pearl encrusted collar and just white ostrich feathers. All I said, individuals. It was individuals, not a boa of ostrich feathers. White individual ostrich feathers. Gorgeous. Mini dress. Took her ass up there with blue shoes. All this white, honey, and pearls and sparkles. And laid her ass on the table giving you realness. Fish, honey. Fish and feathers, bitch. I said, round, bitch. That bitch was laying on that table, baby, and then got up and Poppy picked her up off of the table. I said, child, yes, indeed, honey, and carried her off. I said, ooh, fly away, Miss Angel, fly away, honey. I said, oh, they was letting them have it. And then, I was done. Because when they started the battle, baby, it gave over. I said, oh, not Miss Ross. It was everything. It was everything. It was everything. And then they did the queens, honey. And they came out, baby, and they were giving the girls, honey, Miss Aphrodite, that bitch is beautiful. That bitch is beautiful. Miss Jiggly Caliente was out there. I said, come on, big girl realness. Miss Jiggly looked so good. But they were sharp, but it just wasn't enough. Hey, Evangelista was on. And that child, Miss Elektra, came out there and gave him everything, honey. I said, get it, girl. Took her jacket off and just with everything. Slaying, realness, film queen, realness, let them have it. And then, baby, here comes Miss goddamn Blanca. Rolling through, baby, with just yards and yards of fabric. I said, child, that pray tell knows how to dress that goddamn Blanca, honey. She came through there giving you model. I said, yes, indeed. It was everything. So they definitely won the category, and they were slaying the ball. They were winning all these other categories. And then at the end, they had to do, oh Lord, they got to this one vote category, child, and everybody was losing. They were racking it up. They had like 9 trophies, tearing the ball up. They get to the vote category, child, Miss Candy. I said, oh, what now, Miss Candy? She gonna say, we ain't leaving here without a trophy. We gonna get one of these grand prize trophies. Bitch, she took her ass out on the floor for the vote category, honey, and pray tell said, cut the music, honey. And she was standing there and she was looking ridiculous. I said, girl, what is you doing? Clowning. She was out there hucklebucking, honey. I said, no, ma'am, Miss Candy. And he said, Miss Candy. Girl, what are you doing, girl? Now you stop this. He said, now, bitch, I was easy on you a little while ago, bitch, when you tried to jump up and walk Femme Queen luscious body, honey, and you ran out and reprieved yourself, girl. You went and bought yourself a luscious body. Said, but bitch, you cannot buy rhythm and flexibility if you don't get your ass off the floor, Miss Candy. I said, oh, And then the judges was like, yeah, get on out of here, bitch. And you know, she get to cussing and fussing back and forth. Then she gonna tell this one queen, she gonna say, he said, get on out, you're chopped, girl, get on out of here. Move your ass from the floor. She said, why don't you bring your fat ass down here and chop me and move me yourself? Honey, it was like he didn't like her and he was just waiting. He said, somebody hold my purse. Honey, gave his purse and flipped that table. I said, oh shit, Miss Candy, that bitch took her shoes off and went to running. I said, where's she going? That bitch ran and came back with a hammer, bitch. And gonna say, come on, motherfucker. Come on. I said, oh, Banji girl realness. That bitch, they done upset the whole ball. Had a whole fight. Ready, and They was ready to get down. He said, come on, bitch. He had a chain in his hand. I said, look at these motherfucking queens, honey. They're ready to tear the ball up. I said, child, this is a ball. That's what the ball gives. So they finally got it calmed down and everything. And Lulu and them, it was just a mess. They was like, they're going to throw y'all out. Got it all straightened out. Next category is for Mother of the Year. So nobody really knows who's actually going to be nominated for Mother of the Year. And they ended up calling them down. And they call the Mother of House of Mugler, House of Extravaganza, House of Pendarvis, and there was one more. Pendarvis, Extravaganza, Mugler. There was one more. There was one more house there. And then they called Blanca. And Blanca was like, what? Because she wasn't even, because she knew. And they called her, baby, and she come down. And then the next thing you know, I said, oh, here we go. Here she go. The bitch had a whole different gown on, baby. Flowing. I saw this Grecian wrap. I said, oh, pray tell, stop playing, honey. He had her so thoroughly together. That bitch was walking down, and the fabric was draping from her shoulders and just dragging her. I said, oh, this bitch. So come on through here, Miss Blunt. And it was yellow, bitch. Yellow like the fucking sunshine. I said, bitch. Yes, indeed. She got on down there, honey, and the next thing you know, he's going through talking to mom. A mother is supposed to uplift. A mother is supposed to do more than just walk this ballroom and all this, that, and the other. The mother's supposed to get the children together, honey, and everybody around her and bring them up and make them be their best them and this, that, and the other. And he was going on, baby, that he got the tear. And I said, don't do that to me, Billy Porter. Don't do it. Took me out. Had to hit that pause button, honey. What to do it? I said, Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy. Blanca wins. That was cool. She won. And then the next scene was the wrap up. They were at a long table. Everybody, you see all the characters. You see Helena. You see the full house of Evangelista. Now, the new house of Evangelista. And they're all there at the table. And that's where it ended out at. And I said that was a conclusion. Everything was wrapped up in a very nice, pretty pink bow. Like I said, I can't wait to see them actually take this and then reopen Pandora's box. I can't wait to see what direction they go. I have enjoyed every week of this. This has been the best 8 weeks ever watching this. It's just been just good every week. I've really, really enjoyed this, and it was my life. This is pieces of my life that I'm actually sitting and reliving these pieces, and it has been really good. Even with the whole HIV thing, I know there was a lot of concern about how much they talked about HIV and AIDS, but it is necessary, people. It is real. It is real. And it was very real. And yes, it did need to be discussed in every episode because it was there and it was for real. It was for real. And when you hear people say people were dropping like flies, bitch, they were dropping like flies. For real. It wasn't a joke. So it was necessary. It was necessary. So it is what it is. You cannot take and change history. You can't change what happened. You can only change how you do it after that. You know what you learned and what you, but you can't change what happened in the past. You cannot rewrite history. It just is what it is. So, at any rate, thank you guys for riding with me. Tell me what you thought about this. Tell me, are you excited for season 2? I already know you are. All of this. This was just fantastic. All of it. The clothing, the music, the everything, bitch. Everything. I'll catch y'all next season. Later.